everybody, this is Alchemist 2, and I'm back again with another movie review. I'm just going to cover up these other two, because this was the only one that I've reviewed so far. And it's called Cheech Chong's next movie. And, of course, Paul Reubens is in it, and he even appears as his other persona, Pee Wee Herman, which I thought was very intriguing, because I thought, oh, this is before Paul actually became big as Pee Wee. And this being an R-rated movie is not for kids because he does a little bit of cursing. It's actually very funny. I didn't find it offensive at all, but I thought this was very telling because in the very beginning, when Tom's talking to Rich, he says, oh, one day this stuff's going to be legalized and then I'll have a job. I thought, did they predict that? It was wild. I'm not sure exactly. I don't know if it says when it was actually made. But this one I absolutely loved. I thought it was hysterical. Of course, there were a lot of antics with them getting high. And of course, there's Donna in this one as well. And Cheech just wants to have a little bit of fun with her at the welfare office after he loses his job. And yeah, you can tell what they're getting into. And then the comedian who's in the welfare office, I'm thinking it's the same guy from Police Academy because he's the one guy that can do all the voices and he's amazing. He's just incredible. But as far as the Cheech and Chong flicks are concerned, this is my second favorite after Up in Smoke. And then it would be Next Movie, and of course I like Things Are Tough All Over, but I really enjoyed Still Smoking because Still Smoking was in the same kind of vein, even though it wasn't nearly so funny as the very first and best Cheech and Chong, which was, of course, Up in Smoke. But the animated movie is pretty good too. It has all the original shtick and just most of the funny bits that they did on stage. And this one has that song Mexican Americans in it. And I had to laugh because I have a lot of friends who are Latino. Oh, there was another part where he's teaching him Spanish. Cheech is teaching Tom Chong how to speak Spanish. And he's like, okay, Jose, how you doing, pendejos? I'm like, no, you don't say that to them because I took Spanish class and that's not a very nice thing to call them. If you're going to go up to somebody, you can call them vatos. That's okay. It means homeboy. I looked it up. So, I entitled a script called Vato Land, and what was so funny is when they're trying to outrun the cops in that Ferrari, and I'm looking at the Ferrari, I'm thinking, oh, be still my heart. I am in love. I want that car. That car is my dream car. Oh, so beautiful. Anyway, but they're outrunning the police, and then there's a UFO, and I'm thinking, isn't this the script for Vato Land? I'm thinking, oh, I want Cheech to see my script so bad because I want him to come back. I want he and Chong to come back, and I want him to look at it. Please do it. I would love you to. It would be my dream come true. I want to be in the background as one of the fellow stoners, even though I'm not a real stoner in real life. I can act like one, and people always thought I was on something, but I've never touched that stuff. But anyway, I laughed my butt off, and I thought it was great. And of course, there was a scene in the massage parlor that wasn't so risque as Things Are Tough All Over, where we actually get to see Cheech, his glorious backside. I thought, ooh, muy caliente. But yeah, I have needs. But in this one, we get to see him just in undershirt and briefs. But I still think, I don't know, even this is gonna sound perverted, but I'm thinking even at his age he still has the most beautiful bum I've ever seen, and I'd be very tempted to just kind of go honk, just because I got a little friendly pat. No, please don't think I'm odd, but yeah. I want to do that so bad. But this was another good one. I really needed to laugh. And the grandma and or the mother that they meet, they get her high on weed, and oh boy, yeah, that's pretty funny. I thought the whole film was great. One thing I didn't like is I felt sorry for Cheech because I wanted him to get laid. I mean, I thought, come on, just let him have a little tail. I mean, that's all he wants. Just give him that. Let him have that. And this coming from a person who might be considered a prude, but still, as far as Cheech and Chong films are concerned, this one gets 3 stars, definitely. 2 thumbs way up. I thought it was hilarious. It was terrific. Their next door neighbor was this kind of stick in the mud guy, and yeah, he wanted them gone, and he said, "Yeah, you cockroaches, you're nothing but a stain on humanity. You're in desperate need of an injection of penicillin." I thought, ooh, that's pretty harsh, man. Just equating them to syphilis, that's just wrong. But yeah, I'll give him credit. They did kill his roses with their exhaust coming from their motorcycle. I never could figure out. I'm thinking that's what they used the gas for. But I could never really figure out why else they needed it. And of course, we get a chance to see Cheech's cousin, Red, and oh, he is a hoot and holler. And he doesn't have any money either, just like none of them do, and it's just funny. It's just a very enjoyable film, and there's no real plot to it. It's just like any good stoner film, and you just watch it. You can turn your brain off and laugh. That's the whole point. And I'm looking at, Lord forgive me, I'm looking, and even at this day and age, I still think the same thing, even though he's gotten a little bit older. I'm looking at Richard Marin and I'm thinking, no, good golly, Miss Molly, you are so handsome. Why do you have to be so handsome? And why do I have to be so far away? Because if I could meet you, yeah, of course, nothing would happen. It would be a case of Lolita. And I really don't want to get involved with that, but I just want him to see my script for Vatoland. Okay, Mr. Marin, if you're watching this, please, it's on my blog. Please read it. Have Tommy read it. Just look at it. I don't care if you green light it. Do an animation of it. I would just put me in your cast. Make me do voiceover. Make me do one of the characters. I will happily do it. And I ask you one favor, just let me kiss you. God forgive me, but just let me do it, because that's all I ask. I bet you're a good kisser. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that, and I enjoyed it, and I'm hoping I can watch Born in East LA, which just has Cheech in it. And then this last one is a mockumentary called Get Out of My Room. But other things I'm working on couple of Arrow stories. One's called Dream Lover. The other one is called, let's see, it is called How to Land a Government Worker. I'm going to do one about Easter. I'm writing a script called The Family That Slays, which is my post-apocalyptic comedy. And after that one, I'm planning to write Italian Subs and Sushi, aka Six Semper Tyrannis, which was a direct inference to the syndicate, the Bianchi syndicate, which I mentioned before. I thought, I gotta bring them back. They have to have a sequel. Of course, the first one is all happy and rainbows and sunshine. The second one, unfortunately, won't end that way due to the fact that it involves the Yakuza. It never does, but it's sort of like watching Queen of the South. You already know how it's going to end because they show you the very ending. And yet, what's so interesting about that particular program, I don't think they renew it. I wish they had, because I absolutely love that show. But even though you know how it's going to end, you're compelled to watch it. But one more thing I wanted to talk about. This Sunday, my pastor had coupons for, not coupons, but tickets to go to Indie Comic Con. And I thought, oh my God, this is my dream come true. And I'm going to go as Frances Bonnefoy, or a female version of it. I won't be bound or anything, but it'll be a female version of, I'm going to do my nails tomorrow night. So I can go, and of course I'll wear makeup. But I'm going to be prepared for this, so I'm going to do well. I'm not going to get into character because it'll throw people off. I don't think people will know who I am. But I'm going to pull this cosplay off. I'll take plenty of photographs. I wanted to cosplay for a long time. I couldn't find my wig. I'm thinking I lost my wig for Hercules Caraposi, unfortunately, because I really wanted to go as Hercules. But it's going to be too warm, I think. I think Frances will be a little bit easier, or Francine, as the female version is called. It's a homemade version of that. I don't think anybody's going to know who I am, which doesn't matter. They have a Italia panel. I'm thinking, oh my, sacre bleu. Yeah, as Francine would say, I'm so happy. You know, I'm going to get into character whether I want to or not. Oh, zut alors. I shouldn't do that, but I'm just overjoyed that so many people are going to be there. Austin St. John and let's see, Brian Polito, and it's just going to be so cool. I was talking about, oh, I'm going to crossplay, and I said I'm not weird, and my cousin's like, yes, you are. Welcome to the family. And I'm thinking, is this going to scare my potential mates off if I do this? I don't care. I mean, I'm at the age where I don't care what anybody thinks anymore. I'm an adult. Screw the world. But I'm gonna have fun, and I'm so eager to go, even though it might just be me going. But hey, life is good. So until next time, live long, prosper. Ciao, tutti.